Arm yourselves, America. This is Defenders Live.
Hey, here comes the danger up in this club. When we get started, man, we ain't gonna stop. We gonna turn it out till it gets too hot. Everybody sing, hey, tell 'em turn it out till they get no more. Let's get this thing shaking like a disco ball. This is your last one and I'm gonna see go. I am not afraid.
It's Wednesday, folks. And this is Defenders Live on Mojo 50 Radio. You know what that means? That means we have one of our Mojo Cuddle Me Buff wonderful hosts that we can get to talk to today.
And it also means Dylan has to wait 10 seconds before he can speak. Because of the damn Skype.
Because of darn Skype and how everything works on technology.
Dang it.
If you can't see him by the image, you can also hear him on the sound. This is Patrick Mosher with us tonight. How you doing, sir?
No. Sorry. I couldn't help it.
Come on, ask Steven what happened the other night when I had literally the power blinked off and I'm sitting here in the dark. he said I was just frozen on the screen. He's like, wait, what the hell?
Hey, at least you didn't mute the channel like I have several times. That's why I should never be running the board for the live shows here, because we're never, some of the guys remotely are taped, but anything in the studio is live. So it's always a festive occasion should I happen to produce a show. Let's just put it that way. Yeah.
They say it's interesting and creative.
We had 90 minutes of pretty much dead air today for the first and the inaugural show of what is it? Try This Dish Radio. Yeah, it was. I'll just look. It's my fault. I curate the channel. I'm to blame. Not like Ron didn't program correctly. I'm to blame.
That's very honorable of you, because I would have probably hinted that Ron might have done something or
gone to the bathroom for a while, or
I would never insinuate that.
I hear he does go to the bathroom a lot, so
on occasion.
On a time, he's regulars from what I hear. Regular
like coffee.
The brand does a lot of.
You know what's funny? I actually have a friend of mine whose name is Ron Regular.
I have a friend named April Rainwater. Swear.
Oh wow.
Wow.
No, her parents were hippies. There's no wow about it. It was intentional. Yeah.
Hippie names.
I was gonna say we're doing hippie names. I grew up.
Not yet, but we can go there.
We'll get there. I grew up with three brothers whose names were Sky, Blue, and Cloud.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay, you win. I'm done.
Yeah. I had a person I worked with
now, but I remember that I will never forget their names, and I guarantee I don't remember last name. I laugh sometimes and think that their last name probably now ends with a ski sound at the end, like Brodowski or something. That just for
Scott Brodowski.
Be a hippie name. Hi, my name is Blue Gronkowski.
Well, that's look, River Phoenix. Phoenix.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. The first names were pretty hippie-ish.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. The one that makes me giggle is Northwest.
That's stupid.
That just makes me giggle every time I say it, because there's some poor bastard out there that's going, wait, what?
Huh?
Well, the fact that you're an adult man who's giggling in the first place, no offense.
No, untaken.
I'm just teasing.
I am prone to giggle here and there.
Yes, he is.
Chefs are prone to being jerks. I'm just saying.
That's fine. We're well accustomed to jerks, so it's all right.
Yes, douchebaggery is very popular on our show.
Oh, speaking of
douchebaggery than bougerie, bourgeoisie.
Bougie.
Being bougie in the that what is the act of being bougie?
I don't know.
Yeah, neither do I. That's why I couldn't pronounce
Bougerie.
it. So.
Is it bougerie?
I think it's bougerie.
That sounds like That sounds like something that a lady puts under her dress.
No,
when she
boudoir is something else.
Wait, hey, you didn't see the pictures, did you?
No.
No.
Okay, just checking. We're good. We're good.
No. You still have them? No.
Yes, I do. Anyway. Oh man. Speaking of people with weird names, I had a person I worked with. Her name was Rex Anna. And
What?
What?
Rex Anna.
It wasn't Anna Rex. It was Rex
Anna. Her name was Rex Anna, and yes, she was a tyrant. But besides that, her parents, who were the big hippie peoples, and they were going to name her Apollo Flash.
Okay.
But they settled on Rex Anna.
What did that mean? Apollo. One more time. What?
Apple O Flash.
Apple O Flash. Does that mean like apple cooked in the pan briefly?
I don't know.
Like I'm a food guy, so.
Apple flambe?
Okay, that makes no sense at all. But we'll take it. I mean, there's some ridiculous names out there. I had a friend who was a school teacher in. This is kind of sad, actually, in Louisiana, and her husband and I were friends in Denver, actually, and that's how I met her and her young son. And she was a school teacher in Baton Rouge for a long time, and. She showed me the pictures of their registration forms at school. There were 2 girls in her class named Fimali. So under the name on the birth certificate, it was female. They said Fimali was the name.
Oh no.
Female. Yeah. I mean, look, that's just it's an unfortunate truth sometimes in this country that we are not as educated as the opportunity we were given for various reasons. And so, look, kids, study. Don't skip school. They'll be named Male and Femali. Don't be that guy or girl.
Oh, what about Ladasha?
Okay.
Let's not go there, because I don't know if you remember, Doc did a really funny segment where he teased Brad, and he came up with the top 20 names, and one of them was fenugreek. Which is actually fenugreek is actually like it's kind of like celery seed or fennel.
Yep.
There were like 5 or 6 of the names were all they're all food names, right? And it was I really can't tell you how funny it was.
It was
pretty damn funny though.
Well, if we're gonna go funny and God bless you for names kind of thing. So I was in the Navy, and there basically are 4 groups of people. You're an airman, a fireman, a constructionman, or a seaman. And as God is my witness, right hand, don't get ahead of me. There was a young lady whose last name was Tester.
Oh, yes.
Tester?
Her last name was Tester, and she was a seaman. And so across the ship's PA, one day it was it come across at the comm. It was a Seaman Tester, please. And needless to say, and it was a simple thing. It was like nothing major. She wasn't in trouble, but it was just that going out there, the snickering and the crap that went on so bad. 2 days later, she was flying home and she was being shipped somewhere else.
She was crying. I'm sure she was. I mean, did the CO go missing?
I think halfway through, like you hear the guy like trying to not laugh as he makes the announcement, and then you hear people in the background laughing, which is really hard to do on some of them ships. So,
did she at least bleach the CO's coffee cup before she went off? Because in the Navy, but that's the worst thing you can do is you wash out someone's coffee cup. Yes. If you don't wash it, you rinse it, right?
Yes,
never wash it.
I'm to this day. I get on my son. I make him hand wash dishes because I'm a tyrant dad like that, and I teach him responsibilities. But I don't. I tell him, I'm like, you rinse out my cup. You don't wash it. Don't put soap in that thing because it takes the flavor out.
You teach him manly stuff, right?
Yes. Yes. Because as my mother and father taught me, is that you know what? You have a dishwasher. It's called your 2 hands.
Ooh,
Yes.
I'm like your parents already.
I teach the same thing to my kids.
Yes, we have a dishwasher, and it works.
Its name is Michael and Sally. Yeah, go wash dishes.
Now go, kids. Go and do this.
Enjoy. Go and do his eyes.
Do you make your children cook? How old are your kids? By the way, I have no idea.
My oldest is 10, and then I got a 6-year-old and a 2-year-old.
My 8-year-old loves to cook.
Yeah, his 8-year-old loves cooking. My 10-year-old is very interested in it. I show him little things that I do here and there, but we haven't like actually dove headfirst into anything yet. Yet. We're heading that way though.
See, I'm the cook at the house, and
Yeah,
so it's
I am
always a daddy time. It's daddy. I wanna cook.
Yeah.
I wanna cook with
Mom
you.
needs a drink. Dad, take over.
Well, no, see, we've got 4 kids, and the youngest is still under 1, so there's no mommy time unless the kids are asleep.
No, if she's not. If it's not latched onto the breast, it's mommy time, right? I'm joking. That was a terrible joke. She's gonna kick my ass. I'm sorry.
Oh no, she won't. No, she won't.
Don't let her hear the show. You need to mute that. Can you? Look,
We'll edit that out. Don't worry.
Look, we'll edit it out. It'll be fine. It's not like this is live or anything. It's not a big deal, right?
Liars, all of you liars. Man, I should have known better.
So speaking of making sure that you are responsible and you are a responsible gun owner,
as everyone should be.
yes, you should be. You should check out Gunbox.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. You see, Gunbox is an amazing tool that you can use to help protect you and your family from the instruments that you use to protect you and your family.
That's true.
You like how I said that? That was pretty good, wasn't it?
That was very good.
Yeah, you sound like a little boy or girl.
Oh
Not
no,
sure.
that's a sounder.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not. Yeah. Well, okay.
So I'll explain that one in a minute. But
Yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. Maybe that'll be the commercial break. Everybody we play that for is like, what is that sounder? We'll get it to you. I promise.
You'll love it.
It's amazing. So the Gunbox is an amazing tool that you can use. That it has key code setup, RFID chip. It has a fingerprint reader. You can also get them with the RFID ring that you can put on your hand, wave it over the box opens. It makes it so nobody can open this box and get your weapons unless they know how.
You
Unless
said
you give them
RFID
access.
ring. I was going to say. I was going somewhere else with that. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. Don't worry about that. Go to thegunbox.com. Thegunbox.com. Use the promo code Mojo50 at checkout and get 10% off of your orders over $159. That's thegunbox.com. Mojo50 at checkout to get 10% off. So,
Can I just tell you?
on free, believe it or
You have
not.
to be a thick-skinned manufacturer or service provider to advertise on this channel.
I know.
That's
You
all I can tell
really
you.
do. You really do. Like
I'm sorry I went there, but I was channeling Doc for a minute.
Hey,
Just saying.
You know what? If you want to provide goods and services to the Jackhole Nation, you have to have a thick skin.
And
yeah, you do.
and that's why they don't advertise on Mojo on a Spoonie, by the way.
What are you talking about? What? Huh? What?
Yeah, no. Well, you know what? I'm not sure that there's a huge market in the foodie / culinarian market. Although we do love to lock up our knives.
Oh, yeah.
I got a couple knives over $1,000. They do not leave my kit, my knife kit, which looks like the suitcase that the cleaner drags in Pulp Fiction. Seriously, you don't mess with a guy with a knife case. I'm just telling you.
You have it handcuffed to yourself when you go through airport security. Sorry, sir, you can't take this with you.
Actually, you can't. No, you have to check those in your bag. Yeah,
Oh
you
no,
have
no,
to
no, no,
check
no, no!
them-
I
check
would
them.
never be able to fly with those then.
Yeah, I would be driving everywhere. Not leaving my side.
No, I am never
No,
letting you
I
guys
got
check
that.
this luggage. No.
I actually, so what I'll do is if I need to travel, I have to cook when I get there. I'll take the essentials. I'll take a one chef's knife, a spatula. If I have to have a specific pan, I'll take it. Nothing else. Maybe I can buy squirt bottles or I could use some other contraption to decorate a plate.
Mm-hmm.
But that's really it. I have to have my knife, any cutting board. Hell, I'll use the back of I'll use a table that's been sterilized if I need to as a cutting board, as long as nobody's going to be upset that I marked it or scarred it. But my knife, my spatula, preferably, and I really love these French saute pans. They're really high carbon steel.
Yeah.
They're really heavy. They rust really easily, but they heat. No, they yeah. Well, did you see that? Did you see that ad in the paper? Was it like 4 or 5 weeks ago of all these World War II rifles from Italy?
No.
No, there's like 7,000 of them. They'd never been fired. They were used on the North African front. They were never fired and only dropped once.
Wow.
Only dropped once.
Get it? We surrender.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah, sorry, bad joke. It's an old one.
It's an oldie but a goodie.
Yeah. I can't believe I went there. It's okay. I'm telling you, it's been a long day. Oh, that was good. Good job.
There you go. There you go.
Way better than my sound effects.
That's all right. We have them, and you can have them too if you just ask. It's fine. So,
Yeah,
you're,
we actually
you're a cereal guy, aren't you?
Okay, so honestly,
and not like SE, not SE.
no cereal. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not a cereal that guy. That's the cleaner. The real.
Yeah. We wanted to clarify that with the comment about Pulp Fiction a minute ago.
Yeah.
No. I'm I love cereal, and so I have a few favorites, which I'm a little embarrassed to divulge, but I might if you ask.
Okay.
You're a pretty people's guy, aren't you?
Well,
Don't lie.
you know we're going to ask that in just a minute, but there's a story out that Kellogg's is releasing a limited edition new Fruit Loop.
Wait, don't they all taste the same anyway?
Limited edition.
Wait. Let's go back to Fruit Loops, okay? Because Fruit Loops a few years ago, like 10 years ago,
Yeah.
they released an all natural version.
Mm-hmm.
And they what it was is they had taken out all the usual food coloring, the flavorings, and they had this one that was vegetable dyes. It was really it was almost pastel in color.
Huh.
And everybody asked for this natural version of Fruit Loops it was Trix. I'm sorry. When they released it, people were so upset it didn't look and taste like the old one that they made them revert to the
Crappier
previous
version
recipe
to the crappier stuff.
Within like 12 months. They went back to the old stuff. They've never changed it since. So I'm curious now what's going to happen with the new Fruit Loops.
Yeah, so this new Fruit Loops, they're getting away from fruits altogether.
Okay, wait. Okay, the name is Fruit Loops.
Yes. Yeah.
What are they going? Veggie Loops?
No. Fruit Loops is coming out with birthday cake flavor.
I'm going to bite my tongue. Chefs are known for profanity, so I'm going to hold on a second. Hold on. I'm going to ask you in reasonable English terms. Nicht auf Deutsch. Nihongo harashanayo. Okay, Japanese or German, because I'm gonna go really ballistic in those two. I'll ask you.
Wow.
Why would you go away from the fruit flavor if the name is Fruit Loops?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's like these people, these anti-vegan dairy people. Look, I'm all about vegan being vegan, dairy being dairy. But if you've had something called peanut butter since 1896. And now the U.S. Dairy Association is wanting to change anything that is not animal-derived to, say, plant-based nut butter.
Oh, God.
Okay, well, it's still peanut butter at that point. or what are you going to say? It's peanut nut juice spread? Look, it's ridiculous.
That's but that goes to the argument where I have an argument. My wife thinks it's funny when I say this, but there's no such thing as almond milk.
No.
Butter's on almond.
It's almond thickened
Juice.
Water, basically.
Yeah, it's almond flavored juice water.
There's no juice in almonds or nor cashews nor any other nut.
It's water steeped like tea.
Yeah. Well, you soak it in water overnight and then you puree it and you strain that out. That's how you make almond milk or cashew or whatever. But you're right, it's not water. It's not milk. Oh, it is kind of it's almond flavored water is what it's pureed. But here's the thing: how can you go from Fruit Loops to birthday cake flavored Fruit Loops? Just make up a new name and box it. How long is this running for? More than a day or a week?
Oh, it is a limited edition. So it's only going to be for a short period of time, and probably only in limited markets.
Unless you really like it, in which case they'll market it nationwide forever.
Right. I mean, it could be like KFC's making popcorn breaded chicken.
Yeah, like they did the gold-plated wings.
No. They're actually breading stuff in popcorn.
Well, they actually did gold-plated wings, the whole edible gold-plated wings.
That was so wrong. It's not good. What are you doing?
I'm going to drink bourbon now because my head hurts.
Drink your bourbon now.
Your bourbon. It's okay. It's so the popcorn breaded chicken wings.
No, it's bourbon.
Popcorn breaded chicken wings come with a caramel dipping sauce.
Oh, shut up. Shut up. Why? See, do they not when they come up with these ideas, aren't they supposed to put them out in front of like a little small little test market and say, "Here, guys,
Yeah,
here's
called Ohio. Where the hell is Doc when you need him?
I don't know. Freaking vacation. That's where he's at.
Slowing the
on vacation. He better bring me my keychain when he comes back.
That's
slowing
right.
down trains. That's all.
That's all.
Hey, so you know what? Look, anybody over the age of 4 knows that you don't run near the railroad tracks, right?
Sure.
But here's the cool thing. Doc was a 12-year-old trapped in a 50-year-old man's body.
Yeah, he was.
Which I totally appreciated. Totally appreciated.
It makes perfect sense with everything that he comes up with.
He gave me a whole new perspective on life and brought me to this opportunity. So I'm not disrespecting Doc or his memory.
Oh, no, none of us are. None of us are. But you can make the joke. Trust us. You can make
well,
the
hey,
joke.
at least I'm not Izzo. Woo! Woo! You know, instead of a bell. So
That's little.
Yeah.
But hey, as Steven and I mentioned the other day on our show, different people mourn in different ways.
Wait, you guys have a show? I thought we were just chatting on the phone.
Well, I mean, this is kind of like last minute. We are kind of ransacking you for this, but yeah, this is all being recorded, so it's.
This was not last minute. You guys have been asking me for a week. Look, I apologize to my Twitter family, the entire Mojo Spoonie Twitter family. I am not good, nor do I really enjoy social media. It's not because I don't appreciate it. It's because it takes so much of my time.
Yep.
And I promise, matter of fact, Scouts honor, I will do better.
He just friended me on Twitter, so.
Yeah, he did me too.
No, that was actually one finger. It's just a really big middle finger. I didn't really.
Say well.
No, my son's I was a scout leader for a long time. My son's an Eagle Scout. I would never defile the Scouts. No, I'm not going there. So, unlike
No, stop. Hold on. Wait.
Don't do it.
You have to go there now.
Entrapment. It's entrapment right there.
You went there. You have to finish this.
Look, you don't open the door and say, "Don't look in there." You don't do that. That's not.
So everybody says, why did the Boy Scouts allow girls in, so on and so forth? They had ventures where girls over 16 or 18 could go in and participate till they're 21. Here's the reason that the Boy Scouts had to concede. 2 reasons. They lost a battle where they had to allow openly gay males into the Boy Scouts, which I, as a Boy Scout leader, I was fine with that. Just don't preach your gospel, whether religious or otherwise, whatever your sexual orientation is. That's fine. I had no problem. But then that alienated a lot of people. It alienated a lot of people, and huge numbers. So in order to combat that or counteract that, there was a huge push because the U.S. military, if you're an Eagle Scout, you actually are up the pay grade. Really, when you enter after being when you enter the military, if you are an Eagle Scout, you're not a private, you're up a rank, right? And forgive me if I'm wrong. I'm really not that.
I think you're E2. Yeah, I think
it's either E2 or E3.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so that was unfair to those that did not have the opportunity to participate and gain the same rank. So my solution would have been to say that the Girl Scouts could have incorporated or implemented a program which would allow the young ladies in this fine country of ours to achieve the same rank instead of I don't want to say defiling, but completely altering forever
the
Boy Scouts by making it a pre-adult mixed gender endeavor.
Yeah.
And that's all. I mean, look, the fact that girls are there now, you can't change it. And that's fine. But it changes the dynamic forever. It really does. And
the problem
breaks my heart a little bit.
The problem I had with it is, and correct me if I'm wrong because I don't do this whole Scouts thing, but they still have the Girl Scouts,
which boys cannot participate in. So if you want to have equal and fair participation, but boys don't want to participate in Girl Scouts because it's not really Boy Scouts.
Well, and girls don't want to apparently do Girl Scouts either. But
there you go.
Going back to your point though, with the raising of the rank, getting rank if you go into the military, you did the same thing applies, at least it used to, for ROTC.
Yep, JROTC.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But the girls had the opportunity to participate in ROTC just as the boys in high school or at university, whereas in the Boy Scouts they didn't.
Yeah,
Now-
but then
I think that was it.
discounts. Did you go to Joe CZ?
Okay,
sorry.
so
Just
I think
speaking
that
of
was
this
the big
conversation,
thing.
no. Speaking of this conversation, if this sort of conversation is not the thing that you want to divulge into, especially not with our government, you don't want our government involved in this stuff. Maybe
I'll
you
let
should
him
be.
tap my phone line. I got nothing left to take.
Maybe
I gave it all
you
to
should
Stewie
be
and Mojo.
jumping on Patriot Mobile today. Because Patriot Mobile is out there fighting for your rights and your freedoms. Every bill, every phone call you make supports freedom and its causes. Go to 1-800-8-PATRIOT, use the promo code MOJO50, or visit them at patriotmobile.com/MOJO50 and get your activations fees waived on the spot. Check them out today, patriotmobile.com. Hold on 1 second, we'll be right back. Wow, that was really cut. That was a really quick cut there.
That was really fast. Hey, that was. But can I tell you that was a crafty segue in, by the way.
Thank you.
that was
Awesome.
it's almost like he's a professional.
You're
like-
crafty, man. You're a sneaky bastard.
I'm like, these close. These close.
I sound like one of the squirrels on Over the Hedge.
You were I love that movie. So you lived in Japan, correct?
I did. Yes, I
You
loved it.
did. Where was you stay? Where'd you live?
I was based in Osaka, but
Okay.
we had a sister office in Tokyo. So I spent 3 to 4 weeks at a time in Osaka and basically 1 week in Tokyo, back and forth for 3.5 years. But I also was studying to be a chef, so I was there a total of 5 years.
What year? When was that?
Oh, 88 through 93 and a half.
Okay. Yeah, no, I missed you. I was in. I
missed you too.
Let's see. You never write anymore. It's that social media thing. We talked about this.
Yeah, we really did.
I was stationed in Atsugi, which was not far, about a 45-minute train ride from
Was that
Yokohama.
was that Army or Air Force base? Air Force.
Navy.
Okay. Apparently, I don't know. So thank you for.
Fine. No.
educating me.
I get.
I'm a chef. I wasn't brave enough to go over and lick my wounds. So
Okay,
But-
so
but-
before we move too forward on that, to come back to this.
That's true.
Okay, that sounder. All right,
Yeah, we have to do that.
we got to
that
let you
sounds
know
so familiar.
that sounder is that's from those crazy ladies that talk to the trees on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And the one is like they're berating the trees and everything else, and the one old lady is talking all this trash and saying all these things, and this is what the other girl says all the time.
That's true.
Okay, so are they like they should be the prancers? That we should just pretend they're the prancers. The lady who prance, her exercise routine is prancing down
Actually,
the
they do
sidewalk.
this. All
They
they
do
do
this channeling.
I need an intro like that. What the hell, man? My intro sucks compared to that.
Well, you're welcome. You're
Good
welcome
thing we're
to
not
it.
live. We're not live. We're not.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, we are. It's okay.
That's right. Or is it saying Japanese? Chukisho. Chukisho. Narite no mai. Nande yute nai. Atamitai yo. Atamitai.
Nando?
Nothing. I really didn't say much. I just make it sounds.
I was gonna say.
I was kind of like yakuza
Nani?
for no reason. Actually,
Sorry,
chukisho
what?
is like the worst. It's like the worst word you can say in Japanese. It's like, oh no. Not really. It's like, damn.
Darn it.
But at the same time, it sounds so angry, and I love it. I love it.
It's the intonation, So there was a lot of guys. I was not directly associated with, but perhaps may have known a few of the Y flavored people in Japan, yakuza, so to speak. I used to maybe import needling machines for them to do their tattoos. Perhaps maybe ask some friends to do that for them.
No.
I was young. I didn't know any better, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, no, and you're in another country, so who cares? I mean,
Yeah.
diplomatic community. But
Well,
what I
I'm
was
not a that's the problem. I wasn't even an expat, right? I was just like some schlep over there learning how to cook. So.
see, I loved it, man. I was, like I said, I was stationed over there, and I may have known a few of the Y people as well, but ours was.
Just a few.
Speaking of my, as bad as it was, I don't think we there was only one real good restaurant that we went to. I can't even remember the name of it. I went there after genius me decided to get my tongue pierced, and then as soon as I got done, we walked down the street to this restaurant, and I had never seen anything like that before, where you would go in.
Sheets on toast. Sheets on toast.
Possible. It was a bar. It was like a all you can eat bar, but it had like raw meats and all this stuff. And
What?
took it back to your table, and there was an iron, like a gas.
Yakiniku, yeah. So you had you had Korean barbecue.
Yourself. Right there in the middle of the thing. So as my tongue is swelling up because it had just been stabbed with a 14-gauge bar, I'm trying to eat steak. And
Really not smart. Just
it was
really...
not smart at all. We got about halfway through the meal, and I suddenly went, I need ice cream. And it sounded just like that. And we went to 7-Eleven, and I got me some ice cream.
Okay, wait. You touched on a point there. So 7-Eleven Japan is not 7-Eleven here.
Yes, I was going to say that. Oh.
I knew you were going there. Their egg salad sandwiches with a crust cut off are the best damn things I've ever had.
That and the
They
chicken
cut
on
the
a
crust
stick?
off?
Yes.
No. It's like, the English tea. Okay, look, you can tell I get excited. I'm
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh, they cut the crust off. It's like a freaking English tea sandwich.
It is.
It's like you eat that thing. It's like they're massaging your neck and rubbing your feet. It's so damn good, and it's cheap. I'm telling you, there's something about cute. Okay, here's the key. Japanese mayonnaise only has one brand. One brand.
Yep.
Kewpie. As in Kewpie doll. It's a little freaking creepy because the mayonnaise is packaged in a bottle that looks like the Kewpie doll.
Mm-hmm.
But you put a little of that go-go juice on anything. I don't care if it's a egg salad sandwich or a California roll. It is the best mayonnaise.
Yes.
I'm like the hair on my back is standing up, not much, but what I have there is standing up, and I've even less on my head. So I'm getting all tingly. I'm hearing this thunderstorm outside.
Yes.
I'm telling
you. Now, and I know you probably have done this because the best part of I was in the military, so alcohol was our best friend. There's nothing like.
I'm sorry. Whoa. Alcohol was your breast friend?
I said my best. I didn't say breast.
No,
when you've been drinking, it's your breast friend.
It is breast.
Not it's your best friend.
It is. And some of them little Japanese dudes would let you climb over that bar and just start serving stuff up. They thought it was cocktail. So, but anyway.
Lady cocktails. Be careful.
It does. So.
That's called a lady guy.
Look for the Adam's apple. Anyway, you go in there and like the bar's closed.
Lower.
Yeah.
Oh.
Check them both. The bars close at 7 in the morning, and so we would go in and start
for an hour,
about 8 or 9 o'clock on a Friday night, and you go in and you drink until about midnight, and then you walk out of the bar and you go down to a 7-Eleven. You get chicken on a stick, you get sobe, and you get a rice ball.
Oh, but that's only no. It's a nigiri, like onigiri. Yes. It's a big meaning big ball of rice with some really cool stuff shoved in the middle.
Yeah, and you don't know what it was, and you're drunk, so it's even better. And you eat that. You somewhat sober up, and then you walk back to the bar to drink until 7 in the morning. To where at that point you stumble back past it again. Refill up on your way to the barracks to where you get done eating and you right there on the bed and you pass out until Sunday afternoon.
Exactly. The only thing better is when two things. In the wintertime, they had this thing called oden. You would walk down an alley. You'd have a little place tented off in the alley, and you'd smell this aroma. And there's a whole bunch of old Japanese guys liquored up.
Yup.
Oden is basically a winter stew. It's this rich, but not dense soup base with hard-boiled eggs and other Japanese ingredients. There'd be some typically chicken and several other ingredients, but it's this warm, rich winter soup. Sure, I mean, so hot it burns the
mouth.
No, it like burns the whole surface of your tongue off. Who cares? It's hot. It's wonderful. It's wintertime. Oden.
Yes.
But any other time of year, including any time of year.
I wish I could have that.
Those kick-ass ramen places, it's like $10 for a bowl of ramen, which you pay $25 for here.
Yep.
Man, I'm telling you, at 3 o'clock in the morning when the bars close, that was my go-to right there. A big bowl of ramen. Oh.
Not this fake 89-cent crap at Walmart.
No. What do you mean? Just 10 for a buck, dude. When I was in high school and in college,
it's still like 10 for a buck unless you get the styrofoam.
Doc used to eat the fancy stuff from Korea. It was like 29 cents.
Yeah.
I mean, it was so spicy. It like your hair lit on fire. Your scalp smoked. That's so hot. I can't eat it. It's
That was the stuff, man.
I can't do that. I can't do that. All right, I've got a question. Okay.
uh-oh.
I've got a question, and it is about food because look, we
Is that
talked
what I
about this.
do?
Yeah,
That is your job.
food.
Yeah, it'd be kind of weird to talk about baseball.
Right. Well, so here's the thing.
Japan's big on baseball. What do you mean?
I mean, that's a big deal. But I have this issue, and the issue is I'm allergic to like
Everything.
almost everything, food wise.
Yeah.
Seriously? Seriously, you can't ask Steven what is he allergic to. You have to ask him what is he not allergic to.
Because
Okay.
it is a
That-
shorter list. It is definitely a shorter list.
All right.
Like, take meats for example. I can have beef, I can have pork, and I can have fish.
Okay, but can't have chicken.
Right.
That's hormone. That's the hormones in the chicken.
But that's the thing. I don't know. I can't because I've gotten
well-
hormone-free versions and it doesn't work.
Have you tried truly? Okay, so do you travel outside the country ever?
I haven't since 2005.
Okay. Next time you do, like Italy, Spain, France, anywhere in Europe, especially, buy something organic there.
I've
Just
heard
a
that
little bite.
actually. I have heard that. I should go
Well,
when I
Let
go
me
overseas.
ask you, what's the reaction that you get when you eat that
My esophagus closes up.
Yeah, so you're having like a anaphylactic shock.
Anaphylactic.
So,
Yes.
all right, so it could be that could be an allergy that's not chemically or hormonally related. It's just that your body can't process poultry. Is
Right.
that all? Is that chicken all poultry, or is it just?
Mainly, it's just chicken or anything that's been processed in a chicken plant. So, and that's what I was told. I was told that
That's
it was
pretty
actually the
specific.
protein in the meat that's causing the issue.
Exactly. So that's when, which that specific. I mean, that's very specific. That's not the poultry. That's not turkey or guinea fowl or.
Because I can
Cornish
have
game hens.
ostrich. I can eat turkey. I
Have you
eat
tried like Cornish game hens?
I haven't yet.
Okay. Well, don't on my account, because if you expire, don't live past your expiration date or to it, I would be extremely mortified, and I'd have to quit the show and leave it there. And I'd have to flee
Okay,
back
so
to Japan or
anything
wherever.
that's chicken related, I'd normally take with like the littlest tiniest bite and see because I basically all I
you
need
start
to do like to
starts to itch.
perfectly honest, I can have if I have a soup. I can't have Campbell's beef soup anymore because they use chicken stock.
Mm.
So it's like
Okay,
it doesn't
that's a
matter.
fail. All right, we need to not boycott. We need to send some
a
letter to
short letter.
Campbell's and say, why the hell would you? I know. Okay, I'll tell you why. It's cheaper.
It's cheaper, yeah, exactly.
why
It's
they do
cheaper, and so I can do vegetable stock and things like that. So I make all of my soups here at home. I have to make everything in my house.
Can I make a recommendation?
Yes.
Avoid chicken stock and chicken in general.
Oh, good. Thank you. That's a great recommendation. I love it. It's wonderful. I've been doing that for quite a few years. I try it
You
every
can
now and
say the
again.
word that's in your mind. So
Yeah, I try
My
to.
kid
I
started
try
a blog
it.
one time called #MyDad'sADick. the random what is it? The random rantings of an overbearing father.
Uh-huh.
So you can't offend me because that's about as deep as it cuts right there. And I own it. As a chef, the youngest of 5 children of French and Irish families. I'm a class A,
Jackal.
Oh yeah, that means I'm a member. I'm gonna with a
Hey,
Jackal
you
member
should
last
go
year.
buy a shirt over
Yeah,
at.
the shirt for MojoCon.
Is that all that like the four hand signals?
No, this right here.
No, look what's
Is it that one?
no, not that one.
Sorry.
No,
Did
you're
that show?
no.
So
you-
if you go to doaeshow.com/shop,
Okay,
we have all the Jackhole gear available for you.
There you go. And you know what? You should go to Spoonie Radio or go to Spoonie.com and buy an apron.
Oh, I would love an
Actually,
apron.
I need one.
I do need one.
Yeah, me too.
Actually, buy a baseball cap. It's more manly, or a T-shirt.
No, I'd buy the apron.
No, I would too, because the amount of cooking I do is
I do enough.
I eat enough chicken. See, Steven can't eat chicken, so I eat enough for both of us.
Yes, you do.
Actually, I've been the wife and I have been talking about, like, we've been trying to do on a diet. So last year we started a diet that we started in January, and from January until the end of March we had lost about 40 pounds each.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
It was awesome. And then we stopped, and then it gained it almost all of it back. Not all
You want to know why? You want to know why? It's because you don't take Riduzone.
That's true.
You don't take Riduzone, okay?
Dude, I take that, and yeah, he's right.
It's great. It's a non-stimulant. It's naturally present in your body already. It's a product that actually
OEA, right?
It gives you OEA, exactly, and that OEA is already present in your body. It's something that your body already has in it. It's something that it already produces, but over time, your body stops producing it. It's also something that's present in olive oil, but you'd have to drink like 12 liters of olive oil to get the same amount that you'd get in one serving of Riduzone. It's amazing. Vegetarian, gluten-free, non-GMO. It's patented. It's FDA accepted supplement out there. If you go to riduzone.com, you can get 30% off your order. That's $20, same as downtown, for a 3-bottle, 3-month supply. That's riduzone.com. You get a 3-month supply for 30% off. Dylan.
Yeah. All right.
If that doesn't work, man, there's always a dill pickled flavored vodka, baby.
Oh.
Okay.
My wife would love that. My wife would love that.
Too.
Off topic, right? Deep Ellum is a great brewery here in town, and no, they are not a sponsor. I just love them to death.
That's
but
okay.
they have a Deep Ellum distillery. It's kind of a sister company, and Deep Ellum it's an area in downtown Dallas, old area. It's been around for 34 years. Oh. They made this dill pickle vodka, and the guy, the distiller, the master distiller there, they went to a regional grocery chain. They bought like 42 bottles of pickles, and they, of all varieties, they sat in the parking lot with these pickles out of the trunk. 4 guys testing pickles till they got the right flavor. They threw the rest in the garbage can and took that one home.
Oh,
wow. Which brand it was, but I have to tell you, it's good. I mean, they did a very interesting job of recreating this flavor, but it's more like bread and butter pickles because it's like a little salty briny up front. It's got this buttery flavor in the middle, and it's sweet on the end. It's not bad. It doesn't suck.
Actually, speaking of pickles, are you a fan of White Castle?
I am.
Especially
Dylan?
when that's a great place to go when you're drunk.
Oh.
Yeah,
especially if you're not driving.
Quick story real fast. So I went to the closest White Castle is in Illinois, in St. Louis. When we go visit family, I flew out for my grandmother's.
Same for me. I'm in Texas. Same for me.
Yeah, and so we had to. I was flying back for my grandmother's funeral, and so because it's the only place you get White Castle, I bought the Crave case and actually duct taped the sucker closed and carried it as carry-on on the flight, and had so many people asking me when I was going to crack that sucker open that I couldn't sleep the flight. I was worried people were going to take it.
You sell them for $6 a pop. Say, look, bitches, pay up.
That's what I thought. I didn't think about it after.
Yeah. You get home and you say, I'm sorry, I dropped it in a mud puddle. It got lost. I'm sorry. It was a deep mud puddle.
But you come home $100 richer. I mean,
my family was like, "You're eating that crap?" I'm like, "Yes, it's amazing," and I did.
They freeze them. They freeze well.
yeah, they do.
And all you do is wrap it up in a napkin, put it in the microwave for about 20-30 seconds.
The exact opposite is my friends from Chicago come to Texas, or they've lived in Arizona. A lot of friends cross over from the 2 states.
Yeah.
Whenever they travel south, the last thing they do rather when driving back north is they go to Taco Bell to buy the tacos.
Yeah.
Those deep fried tacos. They'll buy like 100, put them in a cooler, take them back, then wrap them up and freeze them. And at least 100. No, I'm not kidding. At least 100. These are dollar tacos from Taco Bell, folks. You can buy a 37-cent burrito at your 7-Eleven on the corner store. The green chili one, it's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
It's better.
Let the taco go. It's okay.
Dude, I can't eat Taco Bell.
No, I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Jack in the Box. Sorry.
It's Jack.
You have Taco Bell up there. No Jack in the Box.
Well, so here's the thing. Jack in the Box is pretty good.
Either or.
But here's the deal with it. They both do the same thing with their tacos.
Mm-hmm.
They use a chicken broth.
Yeah.
Yes, but Jack in the Box on a kind of a happier note, they are the single fast food chain that uses little or zero preservatives in their food. So if you have all sorts of food allergies, they're the least likely to trigger them out of all the chains.
That's
Love
awesome.
them or hate them. Yeah, it is.
That's awesome.
Their
Yeah.
breakfast biscuits, like 0 preservatives. There's several, like 15 or 20 items that have 0, nothing that
Nice.
should trigger, except of course the poultry thing.
Unless you're actually allergic to the meat itself. Yeah.
Unless you're weird like Steven. And
He's not weird. He's
Look,
sensitive.
Here's the thing. I'm allergic to meat.
So am I.
I try to
Just
steer
saying.
clear. I try to steer clear of it. That's all I'm saying. But no, White Castle is coming out with fried pickles.
Really? It's about damn time.
They're
Somebody
coming
did
back
that.
into the stores.
I love fried pickles. Now they're not talking like pickle slices. I hope not whole fried pickles.
No. They're doing the bread and butter type, the circles.
slice
Yeah,
like
slice bills.
do and
The
there's no
chips. They
tech-
look like chips.
Okay, there's no sexy way to eat a deep fried whole pickle or a banana.
Oh, it doesn't look right. It doesn't
no
look right.
masculine way. There's
No.
a sexy way if you're a girl. As a man, there's no I believe that Doc
He
and Chris
tried.
may have explored down there. It still didn't work.
He
It
tried.
was not cool.
He tried. The only way that you can do it is to cut it and then take bites.
and then that really
Still, that looks more feminine than just take a big
Exactly.
bite and say, mmm.
Yep.
just take a fistful and be done.
Ouch.
But yeah, so White Castle is coming out with fried pickles officially. That's amazing. I love it. Wonderful.
You know what's
wonderful
bad is
stuff.
when you embarrass yourself. I'm a chef. I have tied off the anus of a cow before it was gutted, so there wasn't a geyser coming out the top. I just embarrassed myself.
What do you mean?
I know that takes a lot. That's
What do you mean? It's fine. What?
how about the Bears, man? Hell of a hockey team.
I see nothing wrong with this conversation topic at all.
They made awesome baskets, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Oh my goodness.
Baskets. Oh,
So,
good
so
stuff.
are you a big proponent of like local places?
Here's the yes, and for several reasons. A, local folk need loving too.
Yeah.
And B, look, I love several national chains. I really do. One of my favorites is Chick-fil-A.
Of course.
I mean, not just because they're closed on Sunday. They have really good food, and they're always happy to see you. They're always happy to see. They have great training. They have a great staff. The thing about local establishments or independently owned establishments, especially, is that they have a flavor in their style of service, their food that's unique, right? You could go to the same type of joint 4 miles down the road or a half mile, 2 blocks away. It's different.
Yes.
I happen to live in an area here in the Haltom City / Fort Worth, in this great state of Texas, overlooking the Mojo River, which may be flooded tomorrow. It's really coming down, guys. We're at like a 6 inches an hour right now. I'm telling you.
Oh, wow.
So what you're saying
I've been
is
at
Brandon
floods.
Morris is not going to be in the morning.
What I'm saying is probably. Hey, Brandon, there's lots of room to sleep. Come on in now before the roads get bad. I do like that because even if it's the same exact type of establishment right across the street, it's always unique because the food may be the same, the characters you meet in those kind of places, you can't replace that. You can't, especially if it's been around more than like 5, 10, 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
There's
It's
this
become
cool
a staple
history.
in the area.
Oh yeah, look, I went to this cool diner like 4 miles from here. It's right next to. There was a pizza place I used to go to all the time called Joe's, Big Joe's. These guys out of Brooklyn, or the Bronx. Oh crap,
Bronx.
Brooklyn Bronx guys gonna kill me now. So,
Whoops.
I apologize, but no, that great. But there's this place. It's only open lunch and dinner, or breakfast and lunch, no dinner. They close at like 2, 3 p.m. I'm like, man, I really want to eat there. It looks like this flashy diner out of Miami, right? It's got these big flamingos. So I go in. The food is mediocre, but the guy's been there since like 1974. I'm like, dude, why don't you do dinner? It's like, because I can't get any business. They're all old people. They're Asians. And it's a very ethnic area, and the
Right.
white guy just doesn't fit in. Other than the Brooklyn guys right next to, because everybody eats pizza. So, but he does really well, and I'd go back like 2 times, 3 times a week if I had the time before he closes to eat, just because of him.
Yeah.
It's the character that he represents in his establishment.
So there's
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, no. There was it kind of reminds me of a little place up in Lynchburg, Virginia.
Oh, Lynchburg, of course, yeah.
Yeah, great little place. By the way, just a side note, there's Whiteburg, Lynchburg,
Yes, there is.
Blacksburg.
But no, that area is really beautiful, by the way. Like I come from
Right.
upstate New York.
But
I know what you're talking about. It's beautiful.
But put the names together and
I
take away the burg.
I know.
Yeah, it is a little.
I'm just saying.
Reverse the order, then you go. There you go.
Then it'd be all right, I guess. But so little place out there. You know, they got they got Liberty University and everything else out there, but they've got a little local joint called the Texas Inn.
What?
In Virginia.
In Virginia.
Huh.
It's called the Texas Inn, and it's this little like hole in the wall, old style, kind of similar to the backdrop that you have, you know. Old style diner, really.
What do you mean back? That's a damn window facing out towards
Excuse
the
me,
road,
sorry. Your
that's
window.
Highway 40 going to Tucumcari and Amarillo.
That's right.
Hey, in Texas, that's actually true. To be in front of you is a thunderstorm, and be behind you clearing.
Can I tell you what though? Brad is such a badass in building this set. He's I came in one day to see that shadow box with that window in it. Anyway, so back to the Texas Inn.
But no, so the Texas Inn, I was there for a week, and that was the only place that I wanted to eat because they served breakfast all day, for one. Two, it was the cheap. It was so inexpensive. I mean, a full meal, fill you up meal. It was a greasy spoon too, but fill you up meal was like $6. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and it did not matter.
Oh, it always matters.
No, it did not matter. It's $6.
Two things: size and price always matter.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. They had
Everything.
tons of food at a very low price, a little greasy spoon, hole in the wall place, and they had the best homemade pies around. Plus, they also had the little Coke bottles, the glass ones that you can.
The real ones?
Yes.
Were they the old like the Mexican Coke, the original formula?
Yes, the original formula.
Oh. It's got more. It's got real sugar in it.
It's got
not
cane sugar.
Fructose. Oh man, that stuff's good.
It was so good.
The recycled bottles are all scratched on the outside.
Yep, I was doing some work out there at a local office in that area for an entire week, and like I said, that was the only place I ate because that little greasy spoon was amazing. I brought food home from there.
It's my turn. How much time do we have left?
We've got
A few minutes.
six or so minutes.
Okay, cool. So, question. I don't care who answers first. Favorite dish to prepare?
Dylan?
Currently, I'm doing like a chicken tender meat. I'm cutting it up and cubing it up and sauteing it with a little bit of no salt chili powder, a little bit of cumin, kind of Tex-Mex it up a little bit, and then I'm serving that on fresh spinach leaves with you're gonna laugh at this.
I'm a little disgusted right now. Oh, wait. Are you on a diet? Are you like?
He's on a diet,
like
man. He's on a diet.
Dirty diet thing. Like,
He's on a diet
again.
Yeah,
I am. I'm trying to lose the baby fat that I've had for 37 years. No, it's that's I mean that's currently what I like to do the most. Now my wife's favorite dish that I make for her is like a zucchini noodle spaghetti kind of thing.
It's just like the spiralizer thing.
Yeah, no, I don't. I pay Walmart to do it.
No, it's easier, right? It's less time.
Should I've been recommended several times.
Time or money? It's your
exactly, and but it's fast and so easy to just throw it together. But no, if I had my favorite dish, if I go back to doing, I used to make a balsamic vinegar Italian dressing type chicken. I would take a bit of Italian dressing and some balsamic vinegar, and I would put it into a bag with some boneless chicken, and I'd let it sit for about a day. And then take it out, and I would bake the sucker, and then make that with some mashed potatoes and corn. And By the time it's all said and done, I would just cut it up and just mix it all together in the juice and in the mix until it's just a big bowl of mixture and just so good, so good.
That sounds a little like the unexcited, the less exciting version of shepherd's pie.
Yeah, it's close. It's close.
Less exciting version of
Less
shepherd's pie.
exciting. Shepherd's pie is beef.
Before we go, before we hit that button and everything like that, the music is coming on. Yeah, I know. Dylan took forever to say what he was going to say. Darn you.
That was
Darn
not
you.
5 minutes. You guys need to get your timing better.
Yeah, it's my fault. I said 5 minutes.
It's all good.
Where can people find you and everything that's going on with Spoonie there, Patrick?
They can find Spoonie at Spoonie Radio on all social media, Spoonie.com, or Spoonie Radio on Facebook is where I'm live 1 to 3 every afternoon. We have 14 shows now. Lots of fun programming. Check us out. We're ready to go. That's iHeartRadio, Spoonie Radio.
There you go. And I'm not going to get to the numbers tonight because I'm probably not going to hit in time, but I do want to get to this. So, you asked for food that I love to make. I love to make amazing salmon. It is so good. I can't describe everything to you, but it is so good that I have turned people onto salmon who told me that they hate it. Unlike Lori D, I actually love to make this. It is amazing, and maybe one day I'll be able to get you to try it. Patrick, thank you for joining the show tonight.
Thank you. You coming to MojoCon?
Oh, yes, I am.
We'll make salmon.
That's it.